Welcome back. It's night 23. Look what happened. The tulips bloomed. So Kroger wasn't lying. That $12.99 has been more fun to watch than if literally $12.99 fell out of my ceiling. Totally worth it. So if you see one of these, last year I saw them at Lowe's too, but I didn't have time to read what you had to do, so I didn't buy one. But now I know it suits me fine because you do nothing. You just make sure there's water all the way up to the bottom of the bulbs, and boom, there you go. Other breaking news in quarantine. So I went on Tanya Tucker's Instagram, and if you put in there why you like Tanya Tucker, then they throw your name into a virtual hopper. I can't think of a different way to say it. And you might win something. Well, this lady won. They sent it right to the house. Not sure what I'm going to do with this, but this is a bandana that has Bring Me Flowers Now While I'm Living, and this part is raised, which I think in bandana world makes it super fancy. I don't have a use for this just yet. Maybe it's a little too stitchy for a mask. It's a little too itchy. And they send you I got a real album, and then what? Tanya Tucker signed this one. There's no album in here because the album's in the other one. And then, this is the best of all. Look, Tanya Mother Tucker t-shirt. This week is really getting exciting. What we're going to be drinking here, it's a little, it's from the state of Washington. I lugged this home, brown sugar bourbon, and it was really for my friend Mike who likes bourbon. But you know what? Quarantine has us doing strange things, and I'm drinking alcohol that I brought back, lugged back, not just brought, checked luggage. Pain in my ass. And I was going to be nice and give it to my friend Mike, but nope, not happening, Mike. Sorry, in quarantine, I'm just going to drink everybody's alcohol that I brought back from the road as fun things. Okay, where we left off, they were in Phoenix, they had moved, and she liked the Mormon kids because nobody made fun of her. No, they were in Utah. Oh, crap. No, they were in Phoenix. Then they moved to St. George, Utah. That's where we were at. That's why she likes the Mormons, because most of them, well, a lot of them are in Utah. Our close to perfect life in St. George came to a grinding halt 7 months after we moved there. That seems to be the pattern. Money had been in short supply for quite a while, and to top it off, Mother was sick. I went off to school one morning without a care in the world. By the time school was out that afternoon, we'd been evicted, and we were living in a motel. Oh, my God. Dad had helped Mother get some breakfast down and was ready to go to Page to go to work when there was a knock at the door. Dad opened the door to find two men standing there. They were asking about back payments on the trailer. "Are you Mr. Tucker?" one asked. Yes, Dad said he was. The man handed him an eviction notice. "Oh, I'm going to get caught up here," Dad started to explain, "but it'll just take a couple weeks of overtime." "Nope, you're going to have to get out today," the guy said. "I can't move out of here right now. My wife's been awful sick. You're going to have to give us a little time." He said later he couldn't believe anybody would actually kick a sick woman out of her house. "No chance," the other fellow chimed in. "You people pack your things because we're locking this place up right now." This is a lot of hoop-doo to do over a trailer. I think you could just let them stay a couple more weeks. Just saying. It's not like they were in Meghan and Harry's Vancouver mansion. It's a trailer in St. George, Utah. Let's just let it go. They're not letting it go. Dad was on edge anyway, worried about Mother and worried about money. He knew by then that LaCosta sessions with Ron and Peanut had been turned down in Nashville, and he still wasn't having any luck getting my career going. Daddy snapped. He jumped down out of the trailer, grabbed a lead pipe, and chased the guys right back to their car. Wow, we are edging on assault here. Walking a fine line. "Get the hell out of here," he shouted. "I told you I could get the money in a couple weeks, and I damn sure will." They jumped in the car and left. And Dad figured he'd convince them to stay gone. He was wrong. Not more than an hour he left for Page to ask about the overtime. They came back and found Mother there alone. Mother might be a fighter when it comes to her kids, but that day she was sick and broke and about as down as she'd ever been. They told her she'd have to get her things together, and she did. She didn't even have enough strength to pack everything, so she just asked us to gather a few clothes and put them in a sack. There wasn't a phone where she could reach Dad, so Mother somehow walked to a friend's house to wait. When Dad finished working his new overtime schedule, he came back to St. George, and when he learned what happened, he couldn't decide whether to go beat the living hell out of the men or to get Mother to a hotel room where she could rest. Fortunately, for everyone concerned, he chose the motel option. Yes, I would say that is the better option rather than beating people with lead pipes. Just saying. All we needed was Daddy in jail and us on the street. Exactly. When I learned that the realtors had done to Mother, I was screaming mad. I wanted to get a knife and chop him up. Wow. Right to that. That's where the hillbilly part comes in. You could get really mad, and I might think, you know what? I'd like to really do something. My brain just wouldn't go to, I'd like to get a knife and chop them up. Whew. I want to blow them off the face of the earth. The idea of anyone kicking my sick mother out of her home was too much for me to comprehend. It's still too much for me to comprehend. And if I saw them today, I'd kick their butts. I hope it would not involve knives and chopping people into pieces. I've made an effort to let go of my grudges, but I hold on to the ends of the earth for Mother. I'm surprised I even found out what happened, since my folks always tried to hide our money problems from me. But I'd ask about those big yellow government boxes filled with cheese and other food items, and Mother would make up some story about having to lug something home in a box from the grocery store. It took me years to figure out that we were getting government commodities. Free cheese. A lot of people don't want to pass that down. You hear about it, you're going to go get it. The folks soon found another trailer, but it was much smaller, and it was the ugliest thing I'd ever seen. It didn't even have a bathtub. We had to go outside and use a makeshift shower. For the first time since moving to St. George, I was ashamed to ask friends over. I asked my newfound popularity would vanish as quickly as it magically had appeared. But when the kids did find out about our new circumstances, it turned into one of the most touching situations I've ever encountered. Part of my self-consciousness came from my newfound interest in boys. I received my first kiss that year from a boy named Kevin Burgess. Kevin was one of the school's bad boys, a handsome, blue-eyed blonde who was popular with the girls, who was also known to sneak out behind the school and smoke cigarettes. Well, then I would have followed Kevin, too. Yes, Kevin had tried the French kiss, and I thought, without a doubt, it was the grossest thing I'd ever imagined. I couldn't even though I hadn't cared for his attempt at kissing, I had a crush on Kevin and prayed he wouldn't find a way to find out about our new living quarters. Well, I think we can leave that there because it's suspenseful, because we don't know if he's going to find out she lives in a crappier trailer than the original trailer. We're downgrading trailers. What's below that, I'm not quite sure. Probably camping. They may end up camping forever. I don't know. But I'm going to drink this bourbon that wasn't even for me. And really, just big shout out to Kroger. It's like a science experiment gone right. All right, I'll be right here again for night 24. See you then.